hard went to kind of go back a little bit. April 9th. I guess can you kind of take us into those couple steps you took onto the court against Boston, kind of what you felt and maybe how scary that situation was for you in the moment?
Nothing. I felt a little bit of pain in my under my calf. Did not know what it was exactly, and I felt like somebody, had like, tripped me or something, and then I realized there was nobody behind me, and it's probably the first time in my career to, have a get hurt, have an injury with nobody like being around me. Like it's different when you step on somebody's foot or somebody pushes you, or somebody pushes you and you land funny or whatever the case might be. But it's the first time in my career that to have how you say non-contact injury, and yeah, I was like, okay, let me went back, did all the stuff, looked me up, and I'm like, okay, I'll go out there, and then when I kind of stepped again, I got off the table and kind of did my few step. I couldn't, and that's when I knew that maybe something is not something is off. And after that, I had to for the next few days I had to wear like what you call a boot, so I couldn't walk without pain. So that's it.
Just as you tried to get back, like what were you actually? I know a lot of times when you have an injury, you're going to rehab really hard, and you're going to, try to attack it day by day. But if you couldn't block, like what could you actually really do?
As a thing, like if you can walk, then you can jog, then you can run, then you can. But if you cannot walk, you're already in a deficit, in my opinion. I couldn't for like the next uh, week. I couldn't do much. Slowly, I did my cardio, keep my conditioning up. Did a lot of things in the weight room to keep my strength. Then I couldn't, when I was shooting, I couldn't move. I had to like just do stationary shooting so I can keep my touch for whenever I get back. And couple, there was a game before the day of game, the day of game five, the day of game four in Indiana. That was the first time I was able to jog on my body weight. Since April 9th. So I think I tried my best, and to come back as to help my teammates. It's kind of hard to see them being out there and not be able to help them. But I just I couldn't. I did all the tests that I had to do. All this like I don't know. This is the first time I've got hurt. There's like protocols that you have to follow and things that you have to like check. You have to check the boxes, and I wasn't close in like checking the boxes. But I was trying to push myself and push myself and push myself and push myself to get to a place that maybe I don't check the boxes, but maybe I can just go out there, and help. But um, in in our opinion, it was not safe for me to be out there because like I couldn't run full speed. I could run in 30 to 40%. Like until now, like I cannot run full speed. I'm probably going, probably gonna take maybe a few, I don't know, days, weeks, whatever, months. I don't know. I don't know how long it's gonna take until I get back to when I need to get back to.
Even now you're running at 30 to 40%. Is that correct?
Say that again.
You're saying even now you're running at 30 to 40%?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that what you were expecting? Like when
No.
it first happened?
No.
So like did you get a week into it and then you're like, oh, okay, this might be. I mean, if that's the timeline you took, that's 5, 6 weeks. Like, when do you start to kind of figure out that like, oh, this is gonna take a lot longer than
I think after game one, or maybe before game one, I was, you guys know me. After when I took my the boot off and all that, and started doing my cardio and all that, and I was putting weight on it. Then I got on the court to do my stationary shooting, and then I was messing around. I was like, oh, they told me time frame, whatever. No, no way. I might play game one. And I'm going and going, and then the next day I come and there was, we call this in Bucks. Back step or whatever the case might be, that you maybe take one dribble and you go side to side, you put a little bit more weight on that, and then I felt it, and I'm like, oh no, my brother. Like, and it was obviously like a down moment for me, that because usually I heal pretty fast. Like whatever happens to me, like whatever they say, it's half time. And I think at that moment I realized that, yeah, maybe this might not be the case. And after that, as the day goes by, you realize that's not going to be the case. And then you hear everybody, like, even when I talk with the doctors or whatever, the people that you talk with on the phone, and they tell you, oh, this is not a thing to mess around, we cannot stress it enough, don't mess around with this, it can lead to other things, and blah blah blah, and no, don't, if you feel pain, and back off, don't do this, and they make you even to be scared even more. So go to your doctors, but listen to them with caution, and never Google an injury ever. But yeah, I realized that, yeah, it takes some time, but I did. I think I have never worked. You can ask my staff. I don't think I've ever worked this hard in my entire freaking life to get on the court, and I feel like I let my teammates down as much as I know that injuries and happen, and sometimes you cannot control that. You cannot control your health, but I work extremely hard these three weeks, 22 days, 23 days, whatever, to get back. And unfortunately, I couldn't be. And does it hurt me? It's not that hurt me more than that.
You, at the All-Star break, you had said how drained you already were from going back to May to June, all that stuff. And then this happens, and you have to go through this. How challenging of a year was this for you mentally? Even though you had a great season in 70-plus games.
Yeah, it's hard season. Yeah, from every aspect, if you look at it, from the changes that happened with the coaches, the players changes. Now you gotta learn a new system, new people, new staff. Gotta learn how you play, because sometimes there might be a case that you think you know a player, but you don't really know the player. You don't know how they operate. You don't know how they are as people. You got to build a new relationship. And throughout the season, there was a lot of ups and downs. Like there's moments that we are clicking, there's moments that we're not clicking, which that was new for me. It was a lot of we win 2 games, we lose 4 games. We win 4 games, we lose 2 games. I think it was just like, going on the road, losing, going to a trip, 5-game trip, 4-game trip, coming back with 1 win. And it was the last 5-6 years or something. So for sure it was a little bit draining, but this is why we do what we do. We don't expect it to be perfect, and you just gotta deal with it and keep on moving forward and keep on showing up to do your job, and hope you can do it in the best of your ability.
Given all the changes of the past 12 months since last year, playoff exit, how do you feel about the position you guys are in with James built up forward? You have confidence still that you guys can go forward and still keep the look that you want to be at?
Yeah, for sure I do have confidence. Obviously, it doesn't feel good. The wound, it's fresh, it's open. We just lost in the first round, and you want to be real, but I'm not the guy that makes excuses. Like, oh, if I played, it would have been different. If this have happened, and if Dame had played the one game, it would have been different. It's just you cannot just rely on that day. What if. So right now, I do believe that when me, Chris, and Dame and Brooke was on the floor and we were healthy, we were one of the best offense in the NBA, and you can go and check that. But from the moment that the new stuff happened, the change happened, we only played. I think we played 6 or 7 games together. And health. I hear a lot of people talk about youth and fast speed and all that, but I think health has been the biggest component here for us. We have to figure out how to stay healthy. We have to ask a question: can we stay healthy? Can we be on the floor together? Because Dame and Giannis and Chris sounds good, but the history have showed that there's times that we're not on the floor together. So I'm always optimistic. I'm a worker. I try to work hard. I'm always planning and see how can I be better, and I will be better. But I think the most important for me is how can I stay healthy. Moving forward. If I don't know, if I was healthy, maybe we'd be totally different.
Now that you know that Doc is your coach and Dame is your team, how does that change how you prepare this summer?
I'll probably, after I'm done with my rehab, probably few weeks, I'll probably go down to Portland and spend time with Dame. That's pretty much it. We go work out together, talk, sit down, just spend time. It doesn't have to be basketball, just spend time together. I've done it with Chris, 11 years. Done it with Brooke. So you just gotta do it. Spend time with Coach Doc, talking about basketball, talking about strategy, things that we can do better as a team, and just spending time together, getting to know one another, being getting accustomed to one another as we move forward. That's going to be the most important thing, because we know when it comes back, we are going to spend 6, 7, 8 months together. But how can we do that? How can the team come together? How can we, me and Dave, me and Doug, me and Chris, I see this guy, I'm tired of seeing this guy, with everybody, come closer. Kind of start earlier.
You talked about trying to stay healthy. You're a guy who always wants to be on the court. You played through some minor injuries this season. Does what happened at the end of the season kind of change? Will that change how you approach seasons in the past, and maybe taking more games off, or looking more towards the long run?
Maybe. I've seen players that don't but now, it's hard for me, because it's not like it. I don't know. Maybe I do, follow a different pattern, and maybe try different things, But I don't like the word rest. If I can play, I will play. If I cannot play, I can play. So this is what I always believed in. If I can move and I'm available, I'm not going to be available. I don't like when you miss a game in November so you can be available in April, because still you don't know if you're going to be available in April. Then you get to April and you're not available. You're like, why the hell did I miss all those? I for sure going to sit down and think about it, of how my summer is going to look like and how next year is going to look like, and I'm thinking with my physio and the staff, I'm going to try to make the best decision possible for me to be available. But it's something that you cannot control.
Along those lines, we often marvel at the regenerative capabilities you have. The knee in 2021, you're back last year. When something like this happens and your body is not able to keep up with your mind, is that trying from a mental capability to know that you've got a lot of miles on your body, it doesn't respond the way it used to?
It's crazy. But I think that was one of the biggest struggle, and I was talking to my family. I'm like, even before game 6, and I'm like, my mind, my heart is telling me that I have to play, you know. And when I wake up from my bed and I go and wash my face, my mind is like, okay, I'm gonna play. And then you get to the court and you do your prep, you lift your weights, then you get on the court to shoot and run, and then you go run a little bit, and like your body's telling, you cannot play. And that's a struggle. Like I had that struggle the past week and a half. My mind, my heart is when I'm in the court and I see them playing, and the adrenaline, and the fans are, and my teammates are playing and all that, and they're talking trash, and it's going back and forth, and my mind is telling me, I can play, I can play, I want to play, and then your body doesn't. And that was the first time in my career that have ever happened to me. But I have to do a better job of taking care of my body, which I am doing. You'd be surprised what I do for my body, but and I have to not be unfortunate. You know, I have to be a little bit lucky. I have to be a little bit careful. Maybe I have to even adjust my game, the way I play. There's a lot of things, and I'm willing to do anything, you know, anything and everything in order for me to be out there on the court and not let my teammates, not let my teammates down.
You played so offensively, you get all the perks, right? Defensively. Is it as simple? Maybe it's too simple of a question. Is it as simple as this team needs to be better defensively in order to go where you want to go?
Yeah, we do have to be better. Yes, we do have to be better defensively for sure. There's times that we are really good defensively, and there's times that we just going through the motion. We're just out there. But looking at this series, I think the team was incredible. I think the game plan that we had, and how they executed, and how hard they play in all games, I think it was incredible. So that means that we can do it. When it matters the most, we can do it. So.
What gives it, played so few games together, full strength with Doc, what gives you confidence that this nucleus can continue competing for titles?
For me, what gives me confidence is my work, the work that I put in, and I'm willing to put in work this summer. I think I have guys around me that they're willing to do so. I saw how Dan was after the game. I saw how Chris was after the game. I saw how Doc was pissed and that we could, be better and do better this year. So I know they're going to put in the work. I'm going to put in the work, and that gives me confidence. Now, what's going to happen, I don't know. But I know that we are going to work. I'm going to work.
How would you describe your relationship with Doc? You get to work with him now. You've had this half season under your belt. What are you looking forward to go forward in the offseason?
We have to get closer. To get closer, as a coach, as a player, we have to get closer. Not just to me, to the whole team. Coach Doug has been here 2 months and a half, right? 3 months. Okay, yeah. So three and a half. Yeah, so you just have to keep on building that relationship. Just keep on building. Like 3 months. 3 months is not enough for you to get the full potential from your team. It's not enough. You just gotta keep on spending time together. Keep on, like from the previous years that we played, like we had a system. That system did not work. We adjusted something. It worked better. Then we realized, like, we gotta move this piece and this part to this place, and now it's more efficient. Okay, we have to put this player in this, and it's even more efficient. And then it's like, okay, but we have to. Our defense gotta help. It takes time, and it's very unfortunate to evaluate a season and people on 3 months. I don't think I could, even in 3 months. I don't think that I could give everything I had under 3 months for him. I believe I can do more for him. And I believe that the team believes that too. We played 6 to 7 games together. We can do more for Coach Doc, and as a coaching staff, I think they can do more. They have only 3 months. They can do more to bring the best out of us moving forward. It's different when you have a whole summer and training camp and a year to prepare for the end, than just have 3 months just come and try to. It's hard. It's probably was probably very hard for him.
Did you kind of learn some things about yourself and all these changes over the last season, the changes this season, and the overall stuff that happened for this team overall?
Yeah, something that I knew. You can control what you can control. Your work. You can't control other stuff. And yeah, and it's we are in the NBA that a lot of things changes real quick. Like Indiana. Like it's just the dynamics every year shifts. So you just have to always come and be in your A game, give everything that you have, be the best that you can be, and hope for the best. Because like, who knows, next year, like anybody thought that. Nah, not to disrespect anybody, and I think they have an incredible team. They play extremely well. Anybody thought that? I don't watch basketball, but I look at the standing. I saw that the Thunder finished first on the West. Like when the season started, you thought that's gonna be like last year. You thought that's gonna take place. Anybody in here? Nobody, right? Nick? No? Yeah, so you better be on your A game, because the leagues every year you come, it's something. You see something different, So I have to be prepared, and I hope that I can help my team next year and be out there.
Speaking of that, I think you could say you have 4 older guys at the core of your roster. You're talking about young teams coming up. As you guys get older, what do you feel like you guys need to keep doing to stay at the top of the league? Or does that not even matter? You can win in a different way, more skilled, and maybe not have the same athleticism that you used to. But with that core 4 of you and Dame and Chris and Brooke, it's all guys, in your case, approaching 30, in their case, up over 30.
Yeah, we're getting older. We're not getting any younger, but again, that doesn't mean that we cannot still perform at a high level. Like I think Brooke was incredible. I think Chris this series was incredible. I think Dame when he played, he was incredible also. I think if I played, it would have been a different conversation right now. And maybe not. Maybe I'm not that good, to help shift the series. Who knows? But it's hard to say that. Yeah, we're old and you have to make change, because these guys are they're pissed. Like what? And Dame is 33. Yeah, but he was unguardable. So I think I always like a team that wins. They have a little bit of experience, which come with you being a little bit older and know how to play the game and have like corporate knowledge of the game, and a little bit of energy. Not necessarily youth, but like quickness, energy, quickness. Like being fast, play fast. They play random. I think the combination of those two things complement one another well.
Maybe off that, the last time I think you were here, you were talking about contract extension and just sort of the excitement of, well, Dame, the team, and that as you look forward, there's a little more stability, right? There's no free agents, Dame or Chris and Brooke aren't free agents. Doc's the coach. Dame is here. What are you looking forward to maybe the most going forward here with some of that stability, and not maybe as much up and down, if you will?
Yeah, that's exactly the word you said, stability. You have that stability. You're not kind of questioning and trying to figure out how it's going to look moving forward. You know, and now that you know, you just gotta work and strategize in the best of your ability. Dame's gonna be here, Chris is gonna be here, Brooks is gonna be here, Bob's gonna be here. I hope I'm here. And then we go and try to fight with what we have, and we try to figure out a game and a game plan that complements our game and the way we play. Do we want to play fast? Do we want to play better in the half court? Do we have to defend better? Do some guys need to start? It's just all the things that I don't have the answers for, and I think Doug has been in the NBA 25 years, probably has the answers for that. But what I know is that I have to keep on figuring out ways to make my game easier and complement my teammate.
Shorthanded, do you feel like you learned anything more about what Doc can do as a coach and appreciate him more? And the same for Chris. And you've known Chris forever, longer than people know. But did you take anything away from that those two kind of were able to lead you guys through eventually?
No, I realized that, which I knew, that Chris is tough. He's a tough player. Like when he's rolling, he's tough. Like he knows how to get to his spot. He's extremely smart. He knows how to manipulate the game. He's a great leader. People follow him. I knew something about Daco. He's a great coach. He wouldn't be in the league 25 years if he wasn't a good coach. He didn't know how to win a playoff game. But I think game 5, was it game 5? Yeah, game 5. I think it was a well coached, well played game. I think guys came out and played extremely hard. Everything started from defense, translated to offense. The ball was moving. The ball was getting where it's supposed to get to. Guys were rolling. He was able to hit them in the pocket, and they could read the defense behind and find the shooters. They were crashing the boards. I think they played an extremely good game.